Alrighty, I'm back again. I realized I had more time than I thought I did, so I'll go ahead and do another quick video for you guys out there. Today I'm just going to go over a lot of my cooking implements and stoves here. Reason being, I did get a new pot in this week, Zebra billy can, so figured while I'm doing a review introduction on that, I might as well throw the stoves. I haven't used the billy can yet, plan on using it this weekend. So, alright, let's start off with the stoves. Well, I'll tell you what I started off with. I really never got to use a damn thing. Was one of these dual fuel Coleman stoves. I had a propane, one of the big one. I used it quite often when I went fishing and that, but I wanted to try something different and went this route. Plus, it, you have the ability to utilize it in real cold temperatures, so that was the reason I went ahead and got the dual fuel. It runs off of Coleman fuel. You can use unleaded gas in it as well. So it works, fires right up. If you would use in the winter, there's a special gel you place on this rod right here and you light it. It's supposed to heat it up so whenever the gas comes out, it easily ignites. So that's my Coleman dual fuel. Really hasn't seen any time in the field. Right now it's just going to be a stove in case for some reason emergency at home, my stove will be down. I like to have my coffee, so it's there. Followed up by my Peak 1 Coleman. This is one of the newer ones that is put together as well as the old ones. My understanding runs off of a butane propane gas. These are not very efficient in the winter. You can get I think you call them four-season fuel canisters from different manufacturers that may work with this. I haven't experimented, but I've used this thing probably 2 times. Told you, I'm impatient. Get bored easy, I gotta try different things. So what I really use most of the time on the field is something simple. Working it down here, and that's my cat can alcohol stove. Just a cat food can. I took a hole puncher, went around it, made some vents on the side. Just top off the aluminum that's off of coffee can. When you get the plastic ones, it's a lot heavier duty than the regular aluminum foil. Use that space just to prevent fires from happening, because I've seen some other videos I've managed to catch the grass on fire with the leaves. This prevents that. Some landscapers steel mesh. I use that as a pot stand. I used to have it a little higher, but it's more efficient whenever your pot's resting right on top of it. Along with that, I utilize a windscreen. This is made out of aluminum flashing. It's called a belt buckle windscreen with the design. Got this idea off another YouTube user out there. It's called Jason Class. I used to just use standard aluminum foil, but this holds up a little bit better. It looks like crap, but hey, it does at this point. And then, of course, on top, I just use my Texas quart, 2.5 quart pot. And then I just use regular heat antifreeze drying stuff. I have in here some of the leftover contact balls my wife has laying around, and I normally use about 1 ounce. And I can take my pot, go ahead and use 1 ounce or 2, boil my water. It doesn't take long at all. 2 cups. Normally takes me about 5 minutes, and it brings to a boil. And then if I need to cook stuff a little longer, I want it to be efficient. I made what's called a pot cozy out of the silver flex, and it just flips. Sorry about that. Like that just goes right into the silver flex here. And try to get this one-handed here. And it's just like that. You get the point. So we'll move on out of the stove. You see that pot? I have a smaller version, small frying pan, not a frying pan. But for cooking, I did make a jelly can out of, this was a can for grapefruit juice. never got to use it. Went ahead and made this, then at the same time, I think it was a day later, Ben's from Ben's Backwoods got in the zebra kettles, and I ordered one of these. This is a 14 centimeter. I think this is supposed to be like 2 quarts, 2.5 quarts. It comes in a set for stuff. I don't know if you want to use this as a bowl. You might be able to fry in it, I don't know. And the lid, everything nestled right into here real nice. Like I said, I haven't got to use it yet. Once you slip it. I've heard a lot of people take these clips off, but I find it kind of nice because when you do hang this off your tripod or whatever out there, it's going to keep the lid from falling off and everything. So push that back a little bit. But seeing what I'm forgetting here. I know I'm forgetting something. I just decided to do this video real quick, so I'm forgetting. Okay, I remember what it was. The reason I went with the billy can was, one, I like the bush draft idea, but sometimes you can't utilize it. So. Alright, back to what we were discussing. Sorry about that. We had about 12 teenagers go by, and around here, when you see that many teenagers out in front of you, it's trouble when they make sure no one screwed with anyone's stuff outside. So, but back to my Texas sport here. What I did to this, I managed to do a little bit of upgrades per se to it. Top of my lid here, I have a bunch of holes I drilled through it, and took my imitation Dremel tool and smoothed it off on the cut. This more or less is a ability for me to take the pot and drain it, like if I'm making pots or anything like that. The thing that I'm noticing now, I'm thinking about this one, I won't have that ability, but I'll have to keep the lid a little loose and watch I don't lose anything. Also, for some of my noodles, it was the exact amount of water you wanted to use, but since I've come up with dehydrated my own stuff, I'm learning how much water just by eyeball. But in the meantime, what I ended up doing here is probably hard to see. I went ahead and put a cup of water in, marked, put an additional cup in, marked. So I have this marked up for 2 cup intervals. But either way, when I utilize these, with see it, even with my new zebra kettle, I'm going to try to, because I've normally got 2 things going on at once. I want to make some coffee, so if I need to rehydrate something, I tend to keep one of the Tupperware bowls with me too. Like if I go out this week, I'm going to try and do some of my rigatoni with my hamburger gravel and dehydrated tomato sauce I made. And what I'll do is I'll throw my tomato sauce powder in here I made, and put some of the hot water in here while my pasta's coming to boil with my burger already, and it just needs a little more time to rehydrate the burger. My sauce can get thinned up, and then when everything's done, toss it in here and eat it from here. And that way it's less cleanup, especially if I want to have another cup of coffee. It's real quick, just wipe it out, throw some water in it, put it back over the fire, let it heat up, and have another cup of coffee or some other sort of treat. So, alright, this is my setup. I ain't showing all the utensils, man. I have some lets on silverware and stuff like that, nothing fancy. So, just my, what I tend to progress from at the beginning, like I said. Most of the time, though, I am using my cat stove. This billy can may be the next one for by choice for a while. It all depends on time of year. Pennsylvania, a lot of state parts, you're only allowed to have a fire from May till I think it's March, and might just need to get away with just the alcohol stove in or that. Or the weather might just not be cooperating at all to get a fire. Sometimes you're not going to be able to get a fire started that well, and this method of over the fire cooking is just not going to be the most practical thing to do to get a hot meal in you. Or if you're trying to be stealthy, you might not want a fire. And just a brief little quick boil of the alcohol stove and get your hot meal in, your hot cup of coffee, minus the glow of the fire, the smoke being produced, the smell, and there goes your stealthiness. So, well, that's it. I'll get this posted, so.